Welcome back, everyone. It is NFL Week 13. This is the Discipline to Gens podcast. I am your host, Matty Betts, and this week I'm up against the enemy, Gino from BetOpenly.com, but more importantly, a San Francisco 49ers fan. And this episode might get heated.
This is the revenge game.
So we had our revenge game last week. You guys now have it this week against us. But the thing is, as much as it's your revenge week, you guys said some shit to us that we're equally pissed.
Really?
You know what I'm talking about? Debo and
AJ Brown and Debo are homies.
I know, but they
you're talking about the
friendly banner. But no, Debo,
the defensive player.
Debo said, yeah. So as much as it's your revenge game, we almost feel slighted because you guys illegitimized our win against you. We made excuses. So now we're a dog at home and we're pissed too, just like you guys were pissed coming to Philly for your revenge game. So it's going to be interesting. Before we dive into the game slate, some quick housekeeping stuff. Make sure you guys go over to betopenly.com. Player props are now live on the site. The link is in the description. And if you guys are looking for NFL and college picks, disciplinetogens.com in the description as well. You get Gino's picks every single day of the month, teams, totals, and you get Trevor's picks, player props, DFS slips, etc.
You've been delivering some absolute parlay DFS heat.
You get mine for free, but they're in the Discipline the Gens Discord as well. But
Fair.
We've been smashing some DFS slips, so it's kind of like my new favorite thing to bet this past year. So
humble brag, I haven't had a losing week in about 11 weeks.
Yeah, Gino has been crushing on teams and totals.
I keep getting cut off.
So let's dive into a quick recap before we go into the Week 13 game slate. The Jags, Gino called it. Gino said on the show last week, the Jags was one of his best bets. And my question for him now, they're now 2 games ahead in the AFC South. Is it over for Houston to win the division? Obviously, they can get a wild card, but did Jacksonville seal that division with a 2-game lead here?
I believe they did. I actually think that game was close. Mind you, hitting the damn post on and the field goal.
Yeah,
I think the Jags should have been up 10-13, and it should have quietly went away. That was a terrible no call. I'm not going to cry about the refs. I thought the whole point 2-3 years ago when that dude got sacked, when that wide receiver or running back got sacked by the Rams, that they were allowed now to challenge. What happened to that? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure.
The Saints had their
years ago.
3 years ago.
Pass interference.
But then they changed the rule because of that. But they're not seeing the rule. What's the rule doing?
I can't keep up with it.
That was a pick. That one dude got held.
Yeah.
Threw a pick on the 50 and on second down. That was going to be a first. That's a huge swing of events. But I don't know. I got to get caught up on my rules. I thought that was the whole point of that rule. Was that dude got legit took him out of the NFC Championship, or maybe the Super Bowl. I forget which one. Yeah, pretty big game. And to your point, man. Yeah, I don't know why we're talking trash. Apparently, the rumor is that we got hurt. Y'all injured our guy. It wasn't bad luck. We didn't tear an MCL. You took out the quarterback. That's a good play. That should be celebrated, not looked down on. But apparently, y'all chirped the whole game. That was apparently
that's what we do in Philly.
Apparently, that's where everything comes from. But I do know that the AJ Brown, Debo, I know they're homies.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know about everyone else. I know Trent threw a dude like a rag doll. That's a grown ass man he threw.
Yeah,
Trent's a monster. So I'm excited. I'm nervous and I'm excited.
Who's your pick right now to win the AFC? Now, this is surprising to me. I've been Chiefs all year, right? Because more importantly, because I love their defense. But I do think plus 185 is a little crazy, right? The Chiefs right now,
Chiefs could have lost.
They're behind the Ravens in the AFC. Am I right?
I think there's a 3-way tie, and the Chiefs hold a bunch of tiebreakers.
They're behind in wins. That's what it is. I think they're tied in losses.
Oh, okay.
Games behind.
So
the Ravens right now 9-3, Chiefs 8-3, Jags 8-3. So all of them have 3 losses. And then look at the Jags. You're getting a team that's tied for first with everyone. They're plus 700. Who's your pick right now based on those numbers? We have Chiefs plus 185, Ravens plus 330, Tua and the Dolphins plus 410, and Trevor Lawrence and the Jags plus 700. Who would you buy on today?
I want to throw you some love with those Dolphins. Dude, the Dolphins are right there, and they haven't beat anyone good yet.
Yeah.
But they're hanging around, and they're getting healthy, and their defense has been nasty for the last 3 weeks. At 4-1, I think there's a little bit of value on the Dolphins. I'm talking half a unit. Don't throw too much on it. But the Jags have a little bit more of a difficult schedule where the Dolphins, I think their hardest game left is the Buffalo Bills, which they already lost to. So that's a big one. But, man, I looked at the Bills' schedule. Dude, they're done, man.
Well, the Dolphins' last 3 games of the year is Dallas, Baltimore, Buffalo. So.
Oh, okay. So I was talking about
But
Jaguars.
the 3 games before that, Washington, Tennessee, Jets.
But that's tough, man. At Dallas, Baltimore.
Well, if they can
Buffalo,
go 3-0 the next 3 and then win 1 of the next 3, you never know. And the Chiefs, I mean, let's look at the Chiefs' rest of the schedule. I just think
I'm selling Baltimore a little bit here.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They just don't look that good to me anymore. Their
I
defense
see
is nasty,
Baltimore.
though.
To me, Baltimore is the type of team that could get a first-round bye and then lose the first game of the playoffs. That's how I feel about the Ravens.
Defense is nasty, though.
It is so good. It's so good. I just don't know if I trust them. So, all right. So you're buying on the Dolphins.
I would buy the Dolphins just at 4-1, but that's going to take a lot. These damn Chiefs should have lost.
I got to look at this Jag schedule because now I'm intrigued at 7-1 here.
Yeah, tell me what the Jag schedule is here.
So coming up, we have Cincinnati at home. That should be a win. Cleveland on the road. Ravens at home.
No problem.
Bucks on the road. Panthers, Titans. Why are we not taking a shot at plus 700?
7-1. I think you should. Matty, I was wrong. I tried to throw Matty some love. 7-1. It's worth a half a unit.
Yeah. No, I feel like we have to.
They can win 6 in the next 7, right?
It's possible.
5 of the next 6?
Yeah. And then I had to throw this slide in to ask Gino right now. Is my guy Jalen Hurts clutch? Because the Eagles right now 10-1, and Tony Romo even said it on air. First of all, Tony Romo was hating on the Eagles the entire game. He's a good broadcaster, but we were sensing some of that Dallas Cowboys bias. And he said the Bills are arguably a better team than the Eagles. And I get why he's saying that because point differential, the Bills are actually.
And they outplayed you pretty bad the first half.
And we looked like shit in the first half. But when it comes down to it, Jalen Hurts, he finishes games. You know, so that pass, that 20 or 30-yard pass,
that was a dime.
That was I didn't even know.
I didn't think the guy was open.
I looked up and I was like, what the
I thought he was throwing an interception.
Yeah.
So you worded this perfectly. You said Mr. Clutch. His stats in the second half are second to none.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say yes to this. It hurts my feelings to say that. What I would say is, and I've been saying it all year, guys, you know I like being right. I've been warning you. These damn Eagles have now won 4 different games that mathematically they were under 50% chance to win. Yeah. Just pure math. They were 40, 30, 20% chance to win in the second half, just looking at, metrics on games with those scores and possessions. And they keep fucking winning these games. Now y'all are going to get punched in the mouth this week. That's a different story.
We shall see. All right, quick recap. Survivor pick smacked for Gino with the Titans. Dog of the week, we both go down. And honestly, I can't even say anything about the Bengals. They just looked like shit. Jake Brown, I still believe is solid, but they just came out with the wrong game plan. The Steelers just outcoached them. It was just a bad pick overall. Commanders, I do think you were on the right side there with the Commanders. They were down 10 late. And then they just get smacked by 30-something.
They fell apart. You know what I'd say?
Yeah.
You and I got kind of punked by the teams that we don't like. I don't like Dallas. You don't like them either. But you've been hating on Pitt all year.
That's for me.
You've been hating on Pitt all year.
No, I know. And yeah, Dallas smacked me and Pitt smacked me.
So if we keep getting
it happens.
But your Eagle push, that worked out. You've shown a lot of faith to the Eagles, so I'll give you credit there. And then Jags took it down.
Yeah.
We keep winning. I'll say that.
My Eagles, so my best bet Eagles pushed. I'm happy to admit though, I put 2 bands on them -2.5, like my actual bet. So I did cover and win.
You gotta feel good about that.
I did cover. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. But the show pick unfortunately pushed. It sucks because you always forget in overtime. Team kicks a field goal, goes up 3, and you think to yourself, oh, now we can just score a touchdown and cover the 3, and you always forget the fucking PAT. They don't kick it.
Nope.
So they ended up winning by 3, and that best bet pushed. And then Gino's best bet smacked definitely the right side there, a little closer than probably what it should have been. Great pick there on the Jags. So All right, before we dive into week 13, Gino's going to break down the buy low, sell high spots of the week.
Guys, I'll do this real quick. I just want you to study these 7 logos. Be careful betting against these teams. I'm telling you, you're up against a mathematical system. We gave out 3 more last week. 2 of the 3 covered. Again, it keeps happening. These are teams the public's going to be a little lower on. Do not fade them. It's not worth it. I'm not saying blindly bet them, but just do not fade them. If I had to point out the ones I like the best in this list, probably Washington. People are going to remember them getting absolutely smoked in Thanksgiving. Same with Seattle. Probably like Seattle and Washington the most. And man, this Arizona team's a little interesting. So I would buy them a little bit there. Those are the 3 I'll probably have some money on. And maybe the Jets. But I actually don't think people will be too down on Houston. I think they'll be proud of what they did and how well they played Jacksonville. And the only reason I'm afraid of Cleveland and Cincy is the injuries. So I'm just staying away a little bit.
Yeah. Quick comment from Ethan. Steelers had 400 yards of offense. The first time in 58 games, give them some love.
Thank you,
Ethan. I did give them some love. I said they outplayed, outcoached, and I was a bad pick on my part. And stay tuned because we break down the Steelers game. You might see me give them some more love here. Let's dive into Thursday Night Football right off the bat.
Finally,
we have kind of Seahawks versus Cowboys. Seahawks are a 9-point dog over under 46.5. 80% of the tickets are on Dallas. No surprise there. They win by 30-some points on Thanksgiving. This is a tough one, right? Cowboys are now first in the NFL in scoring. Seahawks defense is 18th in the NFL in scoring. Question is this another blowout win for Dallas? Because the one thing you have to look at out of the Cowboys, again, I'm an Eagles fan, so it is what it is. But the numbers are the numbers. The Cowboys are blowing teams out, but their strength of schedule this season, 32nd in the NFL against opposing teams. The opposing teams, the teams that they have played against, those teams their win record is 38%. So they have the easiest, so far this season, they have played the easiest schedule out of all 32 teams statistically. So now we look at this game right here. They were only up 10 against the Commanders late, and then it got way out of hand with the pick sixes and all that stuff. And now you have to ask yourself, do the Cowboys roll again here? And I don't know because I kind of want to back the Cowboys here. I kind of want to shut up the Cowboys fans and say, hey, I'm backing your team this week because I think defensively they can do it in this game. I think they can shut down DK Metcalf. I don't think they're going to score as many points as they did against the Commanders. I think this game actually goes under the 46.5, but I could absolutely see like a 24-10 or like a 27-14 type of game where they win by double digits and the game still goes under.
Have the Cowboys and Dolphins beat a team with a winning record yet? I think the answer is no. Because we confirmed that last week, and then both of them played teams with losing records this week.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Again, this is their first game versus a team with a winning record. Anyone in the comments?
Well, they've played teams with winning records. They just haven't beat them, like Eagles and Niners.
The losses. They haven't beat a team with a winning record. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So I just think giving 9 to a team, a team they haven't beat a team with a winning record yet.
Yeah.
So I think 9's too many. I think people see Dallas smoking shitty teams. Are really good at that. They've been good at that for about 5 years now. But they lose to teams with winning records. And in this instance, I don't think Dallas loses this game. I really do not. I think Dallas wins this game, but I think they win it in a lot closer of a matchup than people were expecting. Mm-hmm. And I got Seattle on a buy low. I got Dallas on a sell high. Both public, both in the same day, both games within 2 hours of each other. This, to me, has Seattle written all over it. Take the 9. I don't think you're going to get much more points. I actually think this kicks off around 7.5 to 8. So I'm all over Seattle here. But again, I don't think – I'll tell you all why a little selfishly. I need Dallas to win because I need the Eagles to go on a 2-game losing streak, giving us the 1 seed. Craziest part, Matty, and I don't want to make you nervous. If the Eagles lose to both us and Dallas the next 2 weeks, they go from 1 seed to 5 seed. That is crazy.
How's that possible?
By the record, you'll be tied with Dallas, and then they'll have the tiebreaker, apparently.
I don't even know how it makes sense. I'm going to have to fact check.
Please look it up.
I'm not going to do it right now.
Yeah, look it up. Or anyone, call me out. I love being called out on Twitter. I am definitely wrong like 5% of the time.
Yeah, I don't know how that's possible because we'd be 10-3.
Yeah, but then so would Dallas.
So how do we go to 5, though?
Well, because only one team can win 5 is number 1 in wild card. Only one team can win the division.
I got you. Okay. I thought you were saying we'd have like the 5th.
No. You would drop to. You can't win your division. You'd be number 1 in the wild card.
No, the Cowboys ain't winning the division, bro. Let's be honest.
I'm just telling you what would happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, so you're going with the Seahawks. I lean Dallas in the under here. Any lean on the over under?
Love that under.
Yeah. I think the under makes sense. It's crazy because every fucking primetime and every game we're like, this is the one that goes over and it goes under. And it's like you have to be stupid at this point to just not blindly put a unit on the under.
And the worst part is I want to start betting primetime overs. I'm telling y'all it's gonna skid up. Just trust me
saying it.
No, but it's Dallas that I'm getting an under on where people think the over is gonna sky high. They're gonna see what the Niners did to Seattle. They're gonna say Dallas can do the same thing.
Yeah. Here's a good comment right here. Last time the Cowboys played in Seattle, Dak had 470 passing yards with 3 touchdowns. They still lost 38-31. This is Prescott's revenge game. This must be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. I don't think like revenge
3 years ago.
God, you got good memory, or you are a good Cowboy fan, brother.
All right, moving on to the next game. We have the Patriots, the Chargers traveling to New England. The Patriots are a 6-point underdog, over under 40.5. I think that number has already dropped down to 39.5. This is a funny ass game. I'll tell you what, because the Patriots, they don't even know who to start anymore. Both these quarterbacks equally suck. That's all there is to it. I think you go Bailey Zappi. I think that's what you do, but I don't think Bill Belichick knows what to do. Demario Douglas, who I bet on this past week to get over 53.5 yards, he's at 51 yards and gets injured early in the 4th quarter and doesn't go over. He now has a head injury. I don't even know if he's going to play this week. He's probably at this point their number 1 weapon, if not top 1 or 2 weapons. Like they have no explosiveness. They have quarterbacks that throw more interceptions than completions. And the Chargers, on the other hand, I don't know if you've used them as a survivor pick, but I think this is the best survivor.
Great place to use them.
I think this is the best survivor spot on the board right here. You're looking at a team that's 4-6 on the season, needs to make a wild card run. I think it's a great survivor spot. I think New England's 2-8 now. They have nothing to play for. They don't know who to put in the quarterback position. I think the Chargers win this game on the road. The question is, do they cover the 6? What do you think?
Yeah, so guys, man, first off to Matty, 100%. If you're still alive in Survivor, which I'm not, R.I.P. Bills. I put the Chargers here at the top of the chart. You guys don't hear me say this a lot. I haven't done the research yet. Remember, this show is our lean, so be careful. We get caught up. We're very engaged in social. But this is a game where I almost lean 2.5, almost 3 units on the Chargers. I need to look that up before I bet it. But the Chargers' talent level and how much they've underperformed, this to me is crazy cheap. The only reason why I'm not diving all over it is I haven't done the research yet. But I really like this bet for the Chargers just to absolutely blow the socks off the Patriots. 2, you know what you're getting with the other quarterback. Bench his ass. Let Xavier play. Let him play the next 5 games. See if he has anything. You're not playing for any other reason.
The problem is they bring Bailey Zapp in, and he plays even worse than Mac, arguably. They both suck. Like, I don't know what to do with either of them. At this point, they should just come out in the Wildcat. But they don't even have any explosive backs either. So it's pretty crazy. I don't know what to do with it. I'll tell you one thing. The Chargers have played on the road against the AFC East already this year, and they blew out the Jets 27-6.
And that's a good defense with shitty offense. It's a pretty good matchup right there. I think the Chargers blow the Patriots out, and you guys know I hate road favorites like this, especially off a loss and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm Chargers here. I hate taking a 6-point road favorite. It's kind of crazy in the NFL, but I just don't know what New England can do at this point. And it's crazy. Like Mac Jones now, I think he's 0-1 million against the spread. Like, it's some crazy stat. He doesn't have any wins against the spread.
And I think they're the 2nd worst team against the spread. There's a lot of reasons why you would lean New England. I just think people keep betting it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a repeat of what the Chargers did to the Jets.
Yeah. Few questions here. Can I join the Gens from Germany? Absolutely. Discipline the Gens is our Discord. It should be on our Facebook or in the description, or just message me on Facebook or Instagram. I'll send you the link. Love this comment right here. Watch the Eagles have their most complete game versus the Niners.
Oh man,
it's coming because we still haven't had a complete game yet.
I was gonna say
we really haven't. You guys have.
No, I know. Is this Goat James? Who said it? Goat James?
Yeah.
Shout out to Goat James. Sadly, guys, I'm biased, but I promise you guys, I'm not hammering the Niners every week. I barely tell you all to bet them. I was up against them in all 3 losses. I repeat myself, but it's just facts. That's what scares me, is how incomplete these Eagles wins have been. I'm being dead serious. That's what I hate about this. I will say we are peaking, and we also have our team healthy. And we have a damn chip on our shoulder for how we lost that game. I was at that damn game.
I'll tell you one thing.
And man, your fans are brutal. I think I've said this before. So if there are any girls listening, Eagles fans are the best female fans in the world, worst male fans in the world. Yeah, it's a weird dynamic. Y'all are dogs. And dude, these players now have ears. You saw that one Bills player go up and push one of your fans, which I like. If you're going to chirp off and hide behind a railing, don't be a little bitch. You're going to chirp off and get pushed. The guy didn't punch you. Get pushed. Be a man.
And one thing I have to look at, bias aside here, Lane Johnson, questionable. Dallas Goedert, questionable. Fletcher Cox, questionable. We need those 3 players, at least 2 out of 3 of them healthy, to beat the Niners here at home. Dallas Goedert is a huge loss, like offensively. We need him because you throw Dallas Goedert in the mix and you have AJ and Devontae on the outside, that's huge. And then Lane Johnson, obviously a big loss. We need Fletcher Cox in there against the 49ers O-line and McCaffrey. So we're going to have to monitor that. We haven't even hit the Niners game. We've talked about it so much already. All right, moving on. Broncos versus Texans. Denver is a 3.5-point dog here. Over under 46.5. What do you think here, bro?
This one's fascinating.
3.5 is the wrong number, in my opinion. What do you think?
This one's very fascinating.
This feels like a trap to me because I love Denver. Their defense. The Broncos,
they're on a. I know
this is a very important game for a wild card spot for both.
The Broncos
teams
lose to Minnesota.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened 2 weeks ago. They had another good win. They've won 5 of 6.
So their defense has been night and day from early in the season to the second half of what they've played this season. You look at the Broncos right now, coming off a 29-12 win against the Browns. How the Browns at 12 points.
Are they 5-game win streak?
21-20 Vikings, 24-22 Bills, 24-9 Chiefs, 19-17 Packers. 5 straight wins. Why are they getting a hook here? I think they should be plus 2.5.
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
I think on a neutral field here, they're the more complete team over Houston. So right now, the Broncos, 27% chance to make the playoffs. Houston, 52%. This is as big of a must-win game as it gets for Denver. I like them to win outright. I like them the 3.5.
Dude, it's plus 178. It actually moved the other way. It's going up a little more.
Yeah.
I do think people are a little high on the Texans. This could be a really good wake-up call for CJ Stroud. Again, I'm not hating on the dude. Great draft pick. This is interesting, right? They come off a loss where they looked better than they should have. I think you're getting the Broncos cheap here, guys. I'm with Matty. I probably wouldn't take the 3.5. I just wouldn't if we're reading it wrong. But the plus 178 is nice. This to me could be a bit of a wake up game for the Texans.
Yeah, agreed.
That plus 178's looking kind of nice.
Yeah,
damn.
I mean, you think
pretty high over
under
47?
Yeah. I don't know. I think offensively these teams are very similar right now, and I just think defensively, from what I've seen out of Denver, they're playing better defensively than Houston is. I think Russ is finally they're getting the synergy now. They're getting the continuity going. It just takes time in the NFL and getting a new team, new coaching, and I think they're going. I mean, look, they've won 5 in a row.
No, I get it. I would go best bet under 47 here. I really do, and I'm buying into Denver's defense and Denver's ability to limit the Houston Texans.
Yeah. We got a comment here. I think we skipped. We're going to move backwards here. Yeah. We skipped the Steelers game, so I don't know how that happened.
Matty really hates the Steelers, guys.
No, we were talking about the Eagles 49ers. If you
haven't been paying attention, Matty hates the Steelers.
We were talking about the Eagles 49ers. I promise I didn't do that on purpose. All right. We are going to Pittsburgh.
This
Cardinals, 5.5-point dog here on the road. I'm seeing 4.5 on some books. over under 39.5. Now, Kenny Pickett is questionable here with the ankle soreness. Steelers, again, coming off that win after firing offensive coordinator Matt Canada. Question is, can they continue the momentum over, 4 or 5? It was like 400 and some yards in that game. I think it was the first time they've had that in like a crazy amount of games.
Yeah, this is going to come down.
And guess what? I was looking at strength of schedule this year. Where do you think the Steelers rank if you had to guess in strength of schedule?
They played some tough teams. They're
number one in the NFL.
Are they number one?
Number one in the NFL.
Damn, Matty, your
strength
boys
of schedule.
good.
So maybe I've been too harsh on Pittsburgh. What do you think?
So one, if you're going to bet this game, bet Arizona now. You're not going to get 5.5.
58 games. Thank you in the comments.
That's insane.
First time that many yards in 58 games.
That's insane. This game will tip off around basketball. My bad, guys. Plus 4.5. That's number one. Two, Matty said it last week, and I think we need to stress this a little bit more. He said, why are the New England Patriots -4 or 3.5 or whatever it was, even though we were both leaning the Patriots? Yeah. It's like they haven't done anything on offense. Now, I get that the Pitt just did something on offense, but most of their games are very close. And Arizona has, a little pep in their step with their quarterback back, and I just think it's too many points. So I don't like Arizona money line. I like Arizona a lot, plus 5.5.
Yeah, Cardinals are 0-6 on the road this season. They've lost by 4 to the Commanders.
0-6 on the road?
Lost by 4 to the Commanders at Washington week 1. At San Francisco, they lose by 19 in week 4. They lose at Rams 26-9, at Seahawks by 10. Again, they didn't have, quarterback issues along the way with injuries and whatnot, but at Browns lost 27-0. At Texans, they lose by 5. I'm going to show Pittsburgh love. I'm going to take Pittsburgh this week. I'm hoping you can get this number at 4.5.
You will be able to.
But I like Pittsburgh here. I think it maybe was the issue at offensive coordinator. I hate to buy on them right after that, but I just deep down believe they're gonna win this game by double digits.
Dude, they're a winning team.
Winning franchise, what they are.
I think they're a winning franchise. Tom was never had a losing record. They keep winning fucking games. No one's talking about them.
Yeah.
I think people still have fresh in their mind what my Niners did to them week 1.
No one thinks that.
I think everyone just only thinks about every Niner game.
That was the most homer thing you said in the entire history of the show.
I like Pitt to win, but 5.5 is too many points.
Over or under?
Over.
I like the over 2 there.
Yeah, over. Arizona's not good on defense. They're going to be able to put up some points. And Pickett, to me, out. If that's dropped because of him, he's whatever. Bring him back or out, whatever.
Yeah.
24-20 game.
Moving on, Detroit travels to New Orleans. The lines are a 4.5-point road favorite here. I already know Gino's going to be taking over under 45.5 in this game. Lions have won 3 of their last 4, but they are coming off of that home loss to Green Bay on Thanksgiving. So the question is this a good buy low spot on them? Detroit currently has a 2.5-game lead in the NFC North. They are 6-4 against the spread, but they've only covered in 2 of their last 5. Now, offensively, they've been elite this season, 2nd in yards per game, 7th in scoring at 26.7 points per game. Saints, on the other hand, lost 4 of their last 6 games, yet they're still live in that NFC South.
Yeah, what do they keep doing?
They're only 2-7-1 against the spread in their last 10. We know about the injuries. I mean, there's a lot of them. Jordan, Olave, Michael Thomas, Marshawn Lattimore. They're kind of decimated here. Lions are going to come out aggressive, I think, in this
game. Carr flat out lost that last game for them.
Yeah.
They were about to go up, I think it was 9-0.
Yeah.
Instead, throws a pick 6, they're down 7-6. It was like first down, too, like just pathetic. I really like this under. I really, really like this under. Just because the Lions defense hasn't looked as good as they are, I think the Lions defense can absolutely shut down these Saints. And I think you guys are going to be a little surprised at how well the Saints defense does against the Lions. I really do. I think the Saints have a better defense than Green Bay, and Green Bay caught up to them. So I love this under. If y'all told me you want to bet the Lions coming back, that's okay. I don't care. 4.5 seems really fair. By far, best bet. Under in this game, 2017 kind of game, maybe a 2013 kind of game if you really want that Lions squeak out. But I do think defense, and I actually think defense on both sides of the ball. So I'm afraid to give up 4.5, guys. I really am here. This is going to be an ugly game.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with this game, to be real with you. Like, I think I lean under too, but like the Saints,
they're missing everyone.
Yeah, they're decimated.
Yeah.
I want to see what the Saints team total is,
You know,
honestly.
No one's going to like to hear this because I'm rubbing it in their face if you're a Lions fan, guys. Sorry. Mm-hmm. But do you know who was decimated versus the Lions? Mm-hmm. The Packers. Yeah. They were missing as many people as the Saints, and they did just fine. So I genuinely love the under in this game. If y'all want an excuse to bet the Lions, say to yourself the Lions hold the Saints to 10.
Saints over under team total 20.5. Give me the under.
Yeah, all day.
I'll take the under.
That's crazy. This was a top Lions defense 2-3 weeks ago, and they were playing sloppy. A lot of their bad stats against their defense, dude. They gave that ball to the Packers like 2 or 3 times in very, very advantageous situations, and their defense still played tough.
I mean, the Lions are really good against the run, but their defense is pretty poor elsewise.
Can't pass for
24th in the NFL in scoring defense, 30th in red zone efficiency, 18th against the first down, 20th against the pass, but again, 5th against the run. It's kind of what you have to do against the Saints. So,
dude, it's so funny. Click that comment from Jay Scoop. Dude, Jay, I'm not joking. At my Thanksgiving, my aunt was like jamming. She was like, this guy's great. I've never heard him. Like fucking going out vibing, and I was dying laughing. Yeah. Because my aunt's like sitting there with the Jay-Z head nod, the Jay-Z meme, and everyone on Twitter is going nuts saying it was the worst performance they've ever seen.
Yeah. This is a good comment here. You guys haven't seen the injury report. Saints are missing.
How dare you, Jonathan? We've seen it.
No, yeah, we're just talking about they're decimated right now. Yeah. They are pretty banged up. I love that under 20.5 team total.
Dude, all day.
Saints
are gonna score 10.
Yeah, that's gonna be the best bet. So yeah, what else? Yeah, I saw it's
I really like this under, guys.
I'm seeing under 20.5 on FanDuel at I think minus 110.
Ooh.
Yeah, under 20.5 Saints total points minus 110. So 17.5 is a bad number unless you're getting
good plus. I mean, that's a big field goal.
Yeah. All right. Colts Titans division game here. Colts are a 2-point favorite on the road at Tennessee, over under 42.5. Colts are on a 3-game winning streak. They hold the 7th seed, but they're tied at 6-5 with 2 other teams, Houston and Denver. Jonathan Taylor is back on the injury report after reportedly having thumb surgery, and he will miss the next few weeks. Zach Moss is a solid backup, though. They're 4-1 on the road, 2-2 in the division, 7-3 against the spread. Titans, on the other hand, they're coming off that win against Carolina after dropping 3 straight games on the road. Not an impressive win. It is Carolina, so they're not completely out of the playoff hunt as they sit 2 games behind the Colts in the division. I think this is Titans money line.
So how many times have the Titans burned me?
A lot.
A lot.
Didn't you take them last week, right?
Yeah. That was my best Titans bet.
It was a show pick. Was that a full
show pick? And I also gave it out on a 3-team parlay. I gave out Jags, Niners, Titans. 1 unit wins 3 units. Because Didi always makes me give out 1 parlay, even though I love betting straight. So I was happy. They won me a 3-team parlay. Man, this is tough, right? Because the Colts actually crept into my top 15 power rankings for the first time this year. But man, these Titans look good against a run first Carolina. This is a tough one, guys. My power rankings forced me to take the Colts here at cheap, but this Titans team is so much, or should be so much better than these Colts.
The thing is Tennessee's been good at home all season. Like they've lost 3 straight road games.
I know.
But then if you look at their home games, right, they win 17-10 this past week against Carolina, 28-23 at home against the Falcons. The Ravens' loss was a neutral field. Cincinnati, they beat 27-3 at home. That was without Joe Burrow, or banged up Joe Burrow. And then they beat the Chargers 27-24. I don't think they haven't lost at home this season.
No, they're good at home. They're not good on the road. I think they already lost to the Colts, right?
Yeah, they lost at Indianapolis.
At Indianapolis, so they lost to the
23-16.
Colts. So you're getting this game cheap.
Yeah,
Man, Matty feels right here
I
on
like
the plus
money- I like the
116. I
money
just
line,
hate
yeah.
going against my power rankings. What I will say, if you look really closely, it seems like the Titans have a really hard time beating really good defenses.
Yeah.
And I can tell you the Colts don't have that. They don't have a good defense. Now, they lost them already. You're getting them cheap here.
Yeah. So Colts defense 27th in scoring, 16th in red zone efficiency, 17th against the pass, 26th against the run. They're middle of the pack to bad pretty much everywhere. But the Titans offense has been equally as bad. So I like Tennessee at home. I think they squeak this game out, win by a field goal, maybe like a 24-21 or like a 21-17 type of game for Tennessee. That's my prediction.
Man, and Henry had such a good game. His games like that are gonna be numbered. He's getting miles on him. He's an older guy and a big boy.
He's just a big
boy. So yeah, they should win this game.
Yeah,
they really should. Oh man, it's hard
I
to
like
that.
that. I like them. All right, up next we have the Falcons traveling to the Jets. Falcons
What a
are,
game.
let's see, 3-point favorite on the road here, over under 34.5. Falcons have won one of their last 4 games, but currently lead the NFC South. Is that right? Lead the NFC South.
They're
Were they
freaking with a losing record or maybe an even record.
I thought it was
If the Saints won that division, they would have been up 2. So I think the Falcons have the tiebreaker and the same record.
got it. That's what it is. You're right.
It's
Interesting. Offensively, they're 21st in passing yards per game, but 4th in running the ball. 139 per game on the ground here. They're 2-8 against the spread in their last 10. Jets have dropped the last 4, and they've looked like shit on offense. 31st in yards per game, 30th in points per game. Let me ask you a random question. If the Jets and Patriots played on a neutral field today, what would you make the spread?
The Jets and the Patriots played today. I would make the Jets -1 and the over/under 22.5. Hoping people bet the over and it ends 10-7. I don't know. They're bad.
Be the worst game of all time.
They're bad. I don't know what do the Jets have to play for at this point.
Neither do.
And Atlanta has a lot to play for.
The Jets are 4-7. The Patriots are 2-8.
No. Yeah. I'm sorry. I went back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta has more to play for. Again, these guys all have something to play for. I always say this. They have to feed their families. Yeah. These guys are playing. They'll play their hardest no matter what. God, getting the Jets at home plus money.
Give me Atlanta. I'm not overthinking. Here's the thing. I'm done overthinking shit in the NFL.
I agree.
Give me the damn Falcons -3 on the road. The one thing I will say, let's see what the Jets. What do you think the Jets are statistically against the run? Because Atlanta runs 139 yards.
They're
per
good
game here.
They're good, and they're actually better than they seem like because their offense puts them in such shitty situations. So many 3-and-outs.
Yeah. No, I agree with
Be
that.
careful, everyone. I want to just say this. Last week in the NFL was one of the squarest weeks in the history. Guys, there's like a week like that once every 3 years.
Bro, the Jets are 31st in the NFL against the run.
It's just such a hard.
But they give up 140 a game.
But dude, they're on. If you look at the yards per play and stuff like that, that's what I'm trying to say.
You're right. 5th. Well, total yards per play on rush and pass.
Yeah, not total, just yards per play. It's like how good can they do in one play because they get banged out on. They get too many plays.
They just give the ball back to them.
This is an interesting matchup. Matty, you're stealing a lot of. Matty's peeling me over. So if this show's bad, it's all on Matty. I'm just playing. Atlanta has a lot more going for them. They have a better quarterback. They have a better running. They're both good running backs actually. But Bijan's had a great game last week. I'll take Atlanta to grind this one out.
I would take Atlanta money line in like a.
And Atlanta just put up a good amount of points against a good New Orleans defense.
They have so much.
We got to be careful, guys.
They're 5-6. They're the top of their division somehow. This is a huge must-win game against the Jets who have no offense.
I think this is going to be Matty's best week in dogs to the under. I want you guys to remember that. This season,
Week 1 was up 1,200.
this is going to be the best week of the year
Yeah,
for dogs to the under.
I can see it.
I'm telling you, the too many favorites, the too much stuff. There's going to be too many square parlays. The books want their money back. This is going to be a dog to the under the week. I'm not saying this game. I'm getting peeled into a couple. That Tennessee to the under. I love that one.
Yeah.
Maybe Seattle to the under money line. But I'm afraid. I'm afraid. This is going to be the second best.
Yeah. Seattle, if Seattle beats Dallas, I mean, look, Dallas does blow it when everyone thinks they're the best team. They're first in the NFL in scoring now, 31 points a game. Wouldn't it be crazy if Seattle comes in and shuts them down? I don't know. I can't see it. So,
This spread is making my head hurt.
Dolphins traveling to Washington. Dolphins are -9.5. Now, I just took the Dolphins -9 on the road last week.
And they smacked.
And
I actually like the over in this game a lot.
yeah, over under 49.5 here. You're looking at the best offense for the Dolphins going against the 30th ranked passing defense in the Washington Commanders. The Dolphins' 6th best rushing defense versus the 25th ranked rushing offense for the Commanders. What do you like here? It's a pretty interesting matchup.
Dude, so everyone sees
favorites.
Everyone sees the Dolphins as just a pass team, which it's fair because they have the leading receiver and all that. Dude, their running back, Mostert, is up. He's leading the league in rushing by 2 touchdowns. A lot of people would say CMC is leading that.
Yeah.
CMC is receiving more than Mostert, so that it kind of balances out. But Mostert's leading the league, 13 rushing TDs. I think maybe it's 14, maybe it's 12. But I actually think the Dolphins run up and down this field.
Yeah.
I'm really curious what Washington does on offense. The Dolphins' defense on paper is substantially less than the Dallas Cowboys. Really like this over. Number 1 bet in this game is the over. Guys, I'm going to start giving out some dogs. I think a lot of dogs find a way to cover this week. I really do. Give me that 9.5.
Yeah. Dolphins first in the NFL in passing yards, first in red zone efficiency, second in scoring, second in rushing yards. That's pretty impressive to have a team
First in passing, second in rushing.
and second in rushing.
Very impressive.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
That's crazy.
First in yards per play, third in protecting the quarterback against sacks, first in protecting the quarterback from getting hit. I mean, they're just impressive team on offense all around.
31-23 kind of game. I get 31-23, guys.
Maybe like a 31-16 with like a backdoor TD late. 31-23.
That's all I need. That's all everyone needs.
Yeah.
I'm going to start going out dogs. I'm telling you guys, there's no way favorites are going to do this week what they did last week.
Yeah, this is tough. If you take the Commanders, would you rather have them first half here versus 9.5 in the game? You'd like the back door.
I really like the Commanders here in the buy low, sell high. Again, people are going to think nothing of the Commanders, and they're going to say, wow, the Dolphins went on the road, put up some good points versus a decent Jets defense, and held them to nothing.
The Commanders' offense can, when it's bad, but they're better than the Jets' offense.
And again, guys, I'm digging really deep here. Howell's a good quarterback. Dallas, guys, I'm telling you, they're a different defense at home on their field. They're faster. And they just got beat. They got outclassed. Dallas is a lot better team than Washington in every way, shape, and form. I really like the over here. That's my best bet. Over on this game, and somehow the Commanders squeeze out a cover.
Yeah, I'm with you on the over. I don't know if I can take the Commanders. We'll see. All right, moving on to another shit game. Panthers versus Bucks.
We have so many good games. Why are we watching these ones?
Yeah, I don't know, man. The NFL's starting to become a shittier product to me. I'm used to
You think so?
I know the parodies there and whatnot, but there's so many games now we just dread it anymore. I feel like every week it's like, oh, this is a shit game. This is a shit game.
I think the damn refs need to tone it down.
The flags are out of hand. There's just so many games that we just don't want anything to do with.
We want to see dudes get lit up. We don't want to see them get hurt. I'm good with the no spearing and all that shit.
There's just so many games that if you didn't have player prop action, you just wouldn't give a shit about. For most bettors, a lot of bettors that you just don't care unless you have a player's rushing yards or someone to get a certain amount of catches or receptions. Do
you know what it feels like? It feels like the defense is getting better, faster, stronger, and the offense isn't. And that's That's a problem. I just feel like defenses are catching up.
Panthers plus 5.5 here on the road at Tampa Bay. Over under 36.5. Carolina is terrible. Their offense is in shambles. Bryce Young doesn't have any weapons. Their head coach just got fired. The ownership is incompetent. 1-7-2 against the spread. You probably shouldn't even have one win on the cover there. Tampa's lost 6 of their last 7, but they are 6-4 against the spread. They've been pretty good at covering. Covered in 4 of the last 7. Baker is questionable. Levante David is questionable. God, I actually like the Panthers here.
Panthers money line to the under.
I like the Panthers and the points.
Panthers money line,
but I don't know if I can bet them.
Panthers to the under. Panthers to the under, guys.
What do you think? Like 2017?
Oh yeah, right on the nose. 2017,
so
16-10, 16-13.
Last week I took under 37.
God.
Under 37 last week in that damn Browns game.
So did I. That was one of my worst. I think I lost a unit and a half. That was my biggest loss of the week.
Quarter. You just are never safe when you have an under at 37.
I know. That was my loss. That was my biggest loss of the week. I think I lost 1.5, maybe 2 units on that. I forget.
Yeah. And this game just reminds me of that. But no, I think there's going to be a lot of field goals in this game. Tampa, again, we've talked about this on a lot of the shows. Tampa does have a good red zone efficiency on defense.
This game's going to mirror Minnesota Bears.
I think this game's
1 touchdown, all field goals.
I think this game's 9-6 at halftime. And then I think that one of these two teams scores a touchdown late. And this game stays
all field goals, 1 touchdown.
Yeah. Like night.
You know what I actually saw that was kind of the dirtiest, and I loved it because you guys know I hate on a lot of fun shit, so I'm sorry. I try and be fun sometimes. I saw a dude hit like 30 racks. He put $1,000 on TJ Hawkinson to have the first and last touchdown.
Oh my!
And because he had one,
that's sick.
He got like 50-1 odds. Pretty savage, right?
That's disgusting.
He got I don't know if anyone's ever won. I mean, one touchdown. How rare is 1 touchdown? I can't even imagine how rare 1 touchdown is.
Yeah, but how sick would that have been if he scored like in the first quarter and then no one
scored?
That would have been fucking
savage.
I'm going Panthers here. I'll probably go Panthers and under.
Panthers to the under money line. It's happening. Matty's going to have the second biggest week since the first week. Or excuse me, the biggest week.
We shall see. All right, here's the game you have all been waiting for. Is this spread right now?
It's not.
All right, I need to look up. You look up Bet Openly spread. I'm looking up FanDuel. I want to see. You better get that Niners helmet off my Eagles helmet.
It's actually right. It actually came back down.
It did?
Yeah.
Let's see. Eagles +3 -120 on FanDuel.
So there you go.
Give me the 3, bro.
We move it at 15.
What did you have it at?
We move it at -150, +150. So it's 2.5. Eagles.
Let me see what it is on Hard Rock.
Eagles are +104.
That's +104 on the spread.
Yeah. Sorry. There's +138.
Oh, you're scared to give me that.
Oh, I'll give you that.
You give me +138?
Of course. I'm gonna give you +150.
Deal. I'm in on that. On Hard Rock.
All right, guys, hold me accountable. I'm going 1,500 wins 1,000. Niners money line to Matty. Why are we talking about it, guys? The 10-1 Eagles are scratching 3-point dogs ±150, 138 at home. I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect my partner here. I got a lot of respect for Matty. You give me why you all aren't favored at home.
Injuries for one. We have 3 of our top players are questionable.
Okay.
That's number 1. Number 2, we've squeaked out these wins, and you guys are on a surge right now. It's more timing than anything. So I think it's a combination of those 2 things. But I still think the number's wrong. I think if you're going to argue you guys are better, I think this game's a pick-em.
No, I agree.
You're on the road. I don't think it's -2.5, -3.
No, I agree. I actually don't like this spread. To be honest, I'm going to bet it, guys. I do bet the Niners every week, but I only give them out sometimes.
Here's a real comment right here, because the money don't really mean shit to either of us. If we're gonna, no, it doesn't. A few $1,000s, like we have to get a real bet in. Hold on, I lost the comment right here. The friendly bet is the jersey swap.
All right. The
next show,
the loser wins the other jersey.
Yeah, the loser on the next show has to wear the other
Good call, Coop.
jersey. That's a real bet.
We're the gens. We got 1,000 laying around.
Yeah, that's a real bet. So
let me throw Matty a bone
before the teams, over or under. I think if you take the under, you can go first half under.
I think over. I think absolute fireworks. I'm worried about my secondary versus Jalen. I'm worried about Jalen as a mobile quarterback versus us. He looked better this week than he did 2 weeks ago. I think we get our 30. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I think the question is race to 30.
Do we put up 31?
One team wins 30-27. I really believe that. And I believe, of course, guys, there's like guys guaranteeing the Niners win. Again, a lot of people do stuff for clicks. Just be careful with that, because I can guarantee the Niners win. I could get a bunch of clicks and a bunch of trolls hating. There's no guarantees in this game. These teams are both dogs. They both hate each other in theory. They both do not want to lose this game. If Philly wins this game, there is no chance the Niners are a 1 seed. Philly wins this game, they are the 1 seed in the NFC. This is a big game. So, and those bets like that, double results, pay pretty well. I'll tell you that. So, if you want a double result, Purdy has flashbacks. Oh, don't see that. I'm going to be a little cheesy. My number one hope in this game is neither one of us have a major injury, because we will probably be playing each other again in the NFC Championship game. So I don't want to see us going dog fight and then hurting ourselves and giving Dallas a leg up on the NFC.
I'll tell you one thing. If I could bet, even if it was at minus 200, if I could take the Eagles or the 49ers will represent the NFC, I would hammer that at minus 200. Like saying it won't be any other team besides one of our teams. What do you think that number would be? What do you think that number is, or what do you think it would need to be for you to bet it? Because I don't see any other team in the NFC representing the NFC outside of the Eagles or the Niners.
Yeah, the only thing is Dallas is heating up right now, but they're doing it against shitty teams.
It doesn't matter.
No, I know
they do in the regular
teams. No, I love how
they do in the regular
season.
Guys,
I hate Dallas too. Dallas ruined my childhood. Every one of my childhood memories, if y'all want to know this, picture little Gino running around, everyone getting drunk, partying in California, is the damn Dallas Cowboys beating the Niners late in the season, somewhere in the playoffs, somewhere in the ship, and they would always go on to win the Super Bowl. So, dude, they stole like 3 rings from us. So I hate the Dallas as much as you. Just it's a different. But there is no way any team barring no crazy injuries, is favored over either of us in the Super Bowl or to get out of the NFC. No chance.
The 4 teams NFC is Lions, Dallas,
Yeah.
Eagles, 49ers. I don't trust in Jared Goff in the postseason. I don't trust in the Cowboys in the postseason for obvious reasons. I think it's literally Eagles or Niners. And if I was I want to know if that's an actual like a playable bet or not.
Now, this is what I was looking for. Matty didn't say it, but I do actually feel like it's a little disrespectful to make y'all. This was +3 guys like an hour ago.
So look,
that's how much money came in on the Niners. It went from 1.5 to 3.
Right now,
it's a big number.
So Eagles, +195 to win the NFC. Niners +190. So they're basically the same odds, right?
It's crazy.
I'll put 10 bands on each of those,
and you double your money. As long
as Dallas or Detroit.
As long as Dallas or Detroit.
Could you imagine how you get it? I would literally be if I lose 20 bands because the Dallas Cowboys make the Super Bowl. You can fucking bury me. You can just put me in the ground. I'll be done with life.
I mean.
But seriously, we should put a big bet down on both the Eagles and the Niners.
I agree.
+190 on each of them. We can shop that.
We said the same thing about Cleveland into Baltimore to win their division. That was one was +200, one was +150. I don't know those other two. No way. I don't get it. So, to Ryan's point, I agree, guys. This is disrespectful. I love the over in this game. I'm being serious. I watch the weather, I guess, a little bit. We got to both be able to air it out, but we can both run the ball.
Oh, the weather. I'm glad you brought that up. It's supposed to be raining.
Supposed to be raining and shitty.
Have you guys played in a lot of rain this year at all?
Not at all.
We're getting used to it in Philly.
I know, and I hate it. We have not played in the rain.
Boy Brock Purdy in the rain.
He is from Iowa.
The Eagles fans harassing him.
We're more dependent on speed than you guys. Your receivers are more power, AJ and all that. So this is an interesting one. If it keeps raining and it drops down to 44, this might be my biggest bet of the weekend. Last week, just so you guys know, my Niners over was the biggest bet of the weekend, and Jags. I gave out 2 winners. If I get a little more points and this drops down to like a 44.5, I don't care about the weather. I actually think we both score on each other, and I do think Jalen's allowed to put up some runs. Our secondary is hit or miss, and we've had a couple guys we've lost, like
it's at 46.5. I don't see it going. Even with rain, I don't see it going under 46. If that number gets to 45.5, then
Dude, we both can score 24. Like, come on.
yeah.
And we're going to put up 30.
The key, the first half just doesn't even mean shit with that number. Like, it'll be like the Eagles will be down like 17-7 at halftime, and then actually
wild.
That's on pace for the over though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could actually see this game getting off to a slow start on both ends and then having a big second half.
I believe Vegas definitely wants the Eagles to cover here. I think there's a lot of Eagle hate. I think the Eagles and the Cowboys are hated more than the Niners. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because
that's how Vegas makes
because
the
of our
money.
fan base, though. Of course.
Yeah. No, I get it.
49ers.
I sadly, that's what I don't like.
McCaffrey's a likable dude. Brock Purdy's like an underdog, likable guy. Like the whole Niners team's likable. Debo's pretty likable overall.
Yeah. Fred Warner, we're a clean team.
The thing is, though, the one thing nobody can disagree with, even people that absolutely hate the Eagles, everyone likes Jalen Hurts. Like everyone likes.
Dude, he carries himself like he's a legend. Like honestly, he should talk to young kids about how to carry yourself in the league.
Dude, it's insane how good he is on the podium too. It's just
he delivered. Dude, he spits bars.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy to think about it.
Yeah.
All right, Browns versus Rams. We'll move on. Maybe we'll come back to the Niners game. Cleveland plus 4.5 on the road here, over under 39.5. This is a questionable spread here. Like plus
Cleveland's down and out right now.
I know, but like their defense getting 4.5 against the Rams. Now this is definitely an overreaction number based off of the Rams.
Absolutely.
Last week. What did the Rams win by last week?
They smoked Arizona. No, they smoked Arizona.
Arizona on the road too. They won at Arizona 37-14.
Who cares?
And next thing you know, they're a 4.5 point favorite against the top 3 defense in the NFL.
This is another game, guys. Cleveland money line to the under. This one's going to pay Matty again. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be the biggest dog to the under week since week 1. I didn't know Matty got 12 units week 1, so now I'm biting my tongue a little bit. I see the same numbers. I really do.
Yeah.
There's so many dog to the unders that the public is going to be heavy opposite. This is going to close at Cleveland plus 200.
You think?
Oh, yeah. People are going to be all over the Rams in the playoff hunt. Everyone thinks Cleveland's down and out. I don't even think Cleveland's announced. I think they're going back to PJ on their. They're going back to the third quarterback for the year. Cleveland to the under. They win on defense.
Yeah, I'm looking at their injury report right now. DTR is questionable with the concussion. Denzel Ward questionable with shoulder injury. Marquise Goodwin concussion. Nick Chubb on the IR. Amari Cooper. It really comes down to two things of why the spread is 4.5. Rams just blew out a team on the road last week. Browns are banged up. So I'm torn on this number the more I look at this game, What do you think about this over-under, though?
I like the under. I don't think Cleveland scores a lot to beat the Rams. I think they just have to win this game on defense.
I think this game would normally be like 37.
Yeah.
If the Rams didn't have that shown last week. And I like taking it under 39.5 a hell of a lot more than 37. That 2.5 points just feels like a ton of points in that low of a number where like
100,
like 21-17 now goes under, or like I'm going under. Only thing I would touch in this game is the under. I'm going to trust that Cleveland's defense is still good enough to play well on the road and that their offense is too banged up to do enough damage on the road. So I'm going to go.
Cleveland's going to run the ball here. 17-16 Cleveland.
Yeah, I like it. Let's move on from this game.
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football. Kansas City at Green Bay. Chiefs are minus 6.5 here on the road, over under 42.5. What do you think about this one?
They're giving the Chiefs a 6.5. Do you know how much the public's going to be all over the Chiefs in this game?
So early numbers, 43% of the tickets on Kansas City. But again, this is on a Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. That's like sharp money coming in.
That's just a lot of points. Green Bay at home has not been bad, bro.
Dude, their defense is good. I got laughed at when I said Green Bay had a top 5 defense preseason.
Green Bay at home is 2-2 this season. But if you look at their wins, they beat the Chargers by a field goal at home. They beat all the way week 3. They beat the Saints at home. Their 2 losses at home were the Vikings 24-10. And what's their other one? They beat the Rams 20-3 at home. I don't know if I said that. What's the other one? Lions. They lost to the Lions 34-20 in week 4 at home. So they've come a long way since that game, I think, as a team.
I love you always hear a broken record. Green Bay to the under, Green Bay money line. I'm telling y'all, this is the week Vegas gets all their money back. And I really like that 6.5. If you think I'm just some crazy asshole, you want to take the 6.5. Kansas City, their offense, I honestly cannot believe. Did you guys see how much they opened up? They were not able to move the ball against the Raiders. I know you guys are like, wait, what? Go look at the rest of that game. They barely moved the ball. They started calling trick plays. Raiders went into a downward spiral. All the Raiders had to do was stick to their original plan. They got outworked, outcoached like they always do, sadly. And then they got away from the run, which was working. Go rewatch that game if you don't believe me.
Yeah.
This is a great game to take Green Bay plus 6.5. And again, the under. Under, plus 6.5. I'm going to be betting Green Bay money line.
Yeah, I like the under here. I've said it all season. I think Kansas City defense is elite. I think they're not explosive as they used to be on offense. So I'm going to trust that they have those time-consuming drives, moving the chains, but it takes a lot of time for them to get in scoring range versus the bombs they used to throw to Tyreek Hill back in the day, and they're just not the same anymore.
They're not.
And I think Green Bay is competitive. Primetime game, another reason to like the under here. I'll take the under. I would probably lean Green Bay too. I just think it's a lot of points on the road here for an offense that hasn't been as explosive as we've used to seeing them. So Green Bay and the under. I don't know if I can get there on the money line or not, but it's worth a sprinkle.
Money line.
All right, let's
got
move
one more
on
game.
here.
This game should have been awesome, and now it's not going to be.
Yeah, 100%.
Sucks.
Bengals versus Jags. The Bengals are a 7.5-point dog. Here's what I'll say about this game, though. I don't know the exact numbers, but the Jags historically, as a home favorite over a touchdown, for whatever reason, they never cover. Ever.
Makes sense.
They're good as a dog. They're good as a small favorite. Again, I don't know the exact numbers. I didn't prepare enough, but I promise you, from what I've seen in the past, they're just not good as a large favorite.
This young backup is drawing a tough hand, man. He goes from Pitt to Jacksonville for defenses.
Yeah, and it's tough because he made that one bad throw against Pittsburgh in that game where they were right in it, and he just didn't see a guy in coverage and throws it right to him. And it was tough as someone who bet Cincinnati in that game. But at the same time, Pittsburgh should have scored early in that game. And you remember that you see that pass in the end zone? It was like he pretty much caught a touchdown, and then last second it was like pushed out of his hands in the end zone. So, what do you like here?
Man, this one's going to be hard. This is going to I haven't given out a Monday Night Football over. This is probably going to be it. The Jags let me down on what they weren't able to contain in Houston. Obviously, CJ Stroud is a savage. Not taking anything from Stroud. They were just getting shredded left and right. I just didn't like the way they were playing defense. I didn't feel like they controlled the line. Their one turnover at the 50 was complete horseshit. So I think the Jags are able to put up points here. To Matty's point, I think the backdoor cover comes from allowing Cincinnati to get points. And I genuinely believe Pittsburgh's defense is better than the Jags defense. So I think this poor kid drew a tough defensive hand in his first 2 starts. I think he sees a little relief on the Jacksonville passing defense. I like this game to have a little bit of fireworks, nothing too crazy. 24-20, something like that. 27-20, something like that. Maybe 23-20. But I think Jacksonville puts up a couple against Cincy. And I cannot see Jags losing this game. I can't.
Yeah.
They're going to run the ball.
Yeah, the Jags are really good against the run defensively, 4th in the NFL, 28th against the pass, though, defensively. And with Brown in his second start now, like I can't sit there last week and back him and say this dude's solid and then off of one game jump ship, you know?
You got it right.
I think I have to trust that he can move the ball against Jacksonville's pass defense, who again is 28th in the NFL, 12th in scoring, 12th in red zone efficiency. So they're solid, but like their defense really is good at just stopping the run. And and putting you in bad situations.
And since he barely runs now, they just pass.
32nd in the NFL in rushing yards right now.
Yeah. So, and dude, they got good receivers. So, yeah, I really do like the over. Guys, we're going to hear from now until Monday how many unders we've had in Monday Night Football. I wonder if you'd get a little bit better lines and odds. Everyone's going to think, Burrow's out. They're going to look at since he did against Pitt. We might be able to get this at 37.5. We really might.
Plus, the fact that the Bengals do abandon the run a lot is only going to help that.
Oh, exactly. Nailed it. Without them running,
we need a Brown and pick 6, and then they're behind and they're throwing the ball.
I like this over a lot. God,
I'm with you on the over. I lean Cincinnati, but I'll probably stay away from it as far as the 7.5. I bet you that number will go up to 8.5, 9.
If y'all are just joining us, Matty and I really liked Jacksonville at plus 700 to win the AFC. This is a must-win game for them. Yeah. I do think that hook is a lot against Cincy's decent defense. I think Cincy's defense looks more decent because Pitt's offense is, and look what they let Pitt's offense do. So the more I think about what they let Pitt's offense do, I see fireworks here, guys. I see Jacksonville putting up 24, 27. I really like this over. I really do.
I agree. And it comes down to T. Higgins. He has to play. He has that hamstring injury right now. I think, Jake Browning needs that weapon.
Oh, my God, yes. How long?
He's questionable as of right now. I'm looking.
This is where you guys got to be careful, too, by the way. Like, not this week, but, like, in the next week or two. Again, every player plays their best. But coaches start calling different. You start taking your foot off the gas a little if you're eliminated from the playoffs. So just be conscious of that. The players still are playing for contracts. Every scout is watching they're free agents. They need to pay their families. They need to feed their families. But this is where I start to get nervous in like the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I feel that. All right. That is going to conclude the week of picks. We'll do a quick recap here. We actually don't have a recap slide for you guys today, but we can just probably do one off the rip here. I know I'm torn on my dog of the week. I think emotionally I want to take the Philadelphia Eagles as my dog of the week.
Don't do that.
I did it against the Bills. Or no,
they were favored. You made them your bet of the week.
Who did I make? No, I did it against Kansas City. Eagles as my dog of the week. So I'm 1-0. I'm 2-0 on my last 2 Eagles picks. I kind of want to ride them as a dog. Who's your dog of the week? You can come back to me.
My dog of the week is gonna be. You probably wanted the Broncos as your dog of the week.
I'm taking the Broncos as my dog of the week. I like them too much. I do hate the fact that it's 3.5 because it's so fishy to me.
Yeah,
if they were plus 2.5, I'd be like, yeah, I love that. I love their money line at plus 2.5.
I'll be a Rams hater. I'll go with the Cleveland Browns as my dog of the week, plus 3.5. I like the Browns to that under. I like a lot of Matty's plays to the under. But I'll go Browns plus 3.5 as my dog of the week. You're gonna go.
All right, so dog of the week, Browns. I think it's plus 4.5.
Is it 4.5
for Gino? Yep. I'm going Broncos money line to win at Houston as my dog of the week. My best bet, I'm going under 20.5 team total for the Saints.
I like that a lot. Oh, go.
And my survivor pick, I'm going Chargers.
That'll baby. So I guess with I'm going to go my best bet. Super square, guys. I'm sorry. Chargers -6. There's no way the Chargers don't absolutely smoke. The fact that their coach is still around, their coach knows he needs to run this game up. That's the only way he exists. So Chargers -6, super chalky, going square. And then for my survivor, I'm going to stack on that. Did you give Chargers for your survivor? Okay, Matty did Chargers. No. I want to give a different one.
Your pick. I was just
No. It's okay. I want you to give one too. It's good. Oh man, Jags. If you haven't used the Jags, use the Jags here. A lot of people have the Jags left. Some people would have the Steelers left too. I do think the Cardinals. Can't do that. Yeah, I can't do the Steelers, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Gotta go Jags. In prime time. Yeah, I'll leave it there.
All right. Quick recap. Survivor picks. I'm going Chargers. Gino's going Jags. For our best bet, I'm going under 20.5 for the Saints team total. Gino is going
Chargers.
Chargers -6. Square. For our dog of the week, I'm going 2 dog of the weeks. I'm going Eagles +3. And I'm going Eagles money line. And I'm going what am I missing?
You were gonna go with the Broncos.
Thank you. I'm going Eagles money line and Broncos money line as my dog of the week. So I got to go 1-1, and I get plus money on both, and I make a profit. So I'm going 2 dog of the weeks on the money line.
And then I'll go Browns and Packers, both dogs.
All right, you guys got 4 dog of the weeks from us.
You're getting fed, my dudes. Trust me. Public 8 last week. Vegas does not lose back-to-back weeks. This is going to be a bloodbath for the public.
I like it. You guys can see our full betting cards, mine on Twitter, Instagram, at Matty Bets. If you want Gino's full card, he's been crushing it. DisciplinedToGens.com. You see it down there on the bottom. $45 a month. You get all of Gino's plays, all of Trevor's plays. I don't even know how many units are up at this point. It's hard to keep
over
track.
100 now.
It's a lot this season between both of them. Everything fully documented and tracked in Discord.
And I hate that. I hate saying over 100 because I'm happy as a pig in shit up 25 units.
Yeah.
And it's just been a crazy run.
And Trevor, shout out to him. He is at a family funeral this week, so he can't join the show. This man won 25 units on player props last week. So that is inside this for the Gens. You get all of his player props and DFS slips. You get all of Gino's teams and totals and algo plays, all for $45 a month. And then all my picks are free in the Discord as well and free on social media. We will see you guys next week for NFL Week 14. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly.